Hi, I'm Tim Gibson, and I'm going to show you how to measure your window for curtains. Now, when you're measuring for curtains, some of it depends on the type of curtain that you're going to put up. And let me point out with these are silk shears. So as you look down here at the bottom, you can see they pool a little bit at the floor. So you want to take that into consideration, and that's something you're going to find common with silk shears, is that you want them to pool at the floor like this. Now your regular curtains will stop just short of the floor. So that's something you want to consider about. You got to, when you think of the length of your curtains and then how they're going to flow down. Now in this particular home, these have 9-foot ceilings in this home. So it's not quite as critical where you hang your overall curtains. But if you have shorter ceilings, such as an 8-foot ceiling, one thing that you can do, curtains can help you actually make the room look taller. So where we have these particular curtains hung just a couple inches, about 3 inches over the window, if you want to make the room look taller, we'd actually come up to a point that's halfway between the crown and the top of the window. And then the other thing you want to consider is how wide you want your curtain rod. Now, if you want your windows to be open, if you're hanging solid curtains here and you want your windows to be open, then you'd want this curtain rod to maybe be 8 inches or so wider than the actual window opening. So with those things in mind, and we'll just look at this particular one where we're looking at a shear. So we would measure the length of so knowing the length of our shears, what we're going to do is we're going to simply measure up, and we want the curtain rod sitting about a 1/2 inch lower than what the actual length is. So in this case, when I measure up, we've got about 84 inches. So the actual curtain length would be about 84.5. So that extra 1/2 inch is going to allow us that pooling. And then to measure the width of the curtain rod, in this case, since this is a shear, we want to just be a little bit wider. So we'll measure our opening, and we want to go inside dimensions to inside dimensions. We got 35. So in this case, we want our brackets and our rod to be just a few inches longer than that opening. So I'm Tim Gibson, and that is how to measure for curtains.